I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your right. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Doge, Bitcoin, Illuminati update video. And I know that's going to sound a little crazy, and I will get to it, I promise. But everyone, before we start, let's say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. This is what you just saw is my Patreon list members. Patreon down below if you want to support the channel. Now, getting right into it. Dogecoin has gone up to like 36 cents as of the making of this video. Elon Musk continues to tweet about it. He has said himself, it wasn't even in an official interview, it was just asked on like the street one day. It's like, why are you so into Dogecoin? Like, what, at first it was because of the memes. At first it was because it was just fun. It was funny. I love the idea of a meme becoming a cryptocurrency. That's, if they make a Harambe coin, I'm all in. But, and I should have gotten into Dogecoin in the past. And when Elon Musk was asked about it, he said, yeah, wouldn't it be ironic that something that started out as a joke becomes, a world currency? And world currency is really big claim. It's worth between 30 and 40 billion dollar market cap. What it has on it. That being said, I don't think Elon Musk is going to have Tesla buy Dogecoin on his balance sheet. He himself definitely has Dogecoin, but I don't think he's going to have Tesla have it on his balance sheet, or SpaceX, or Neuralink, or the Boring Company. I think it's specifically just going to be Bitcoin at that point. Speaking of Bitcoin, we have Brevin Howard, who is let me zoom up close on this. He is the British hedge fund asset manager, and he is someone that is going all in on Bitcoin as well. We have a bunch of news to go in with Bitcoin. I want to start off with some good news, some bad news, and then get right to the ugly. So the good news on Bitcoin is that this is from CoinDesk, is that the Rothschild investment buys 4.75 million initial stake in Grayscale Ethereum Trust. Now, the asset manager disclosed Thursday its shares in the Ethereum Trust were worth 4.75 million as of March 31st. This was written by Kevin Reynolds. Chicago-based Rothschild Investment Corporation recently bought 265,302 shares of the Grayscale Ethereum Trust in its first investment in the vehicle. I know I just said, I'm going to keep going. The institutional investment manager also increased its position in the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust by just under 8,000 shares to 38,346 shares, up from 30,454 shares. So yeah, almost 8,000 shares they increased. And that's what they reported holding at the end of 2020. So they bought that pretty much in the first quarter. Yeah. The manager disclosed on Thursday that its shares in the ETH Trust were worth 4.75 million, and its holdings in Bitcoin Trust were now worth 1.92 million. That is a drop in the bucket, compared to the Rothschild's actual investments. Now, Rothschild is among the first name brand institutional asset manager to seek ETH exposure through Grayscale's trust product, according to regulatory findings. I have read that the upside for Ethereum is going to be a lot bigger than Bitcoin, even though I personally think, and Michael Saylor thinks, and I'm saying before 2030, you're going to have $1 million a coin. Again, and I still think that's conservative right now. I think it's going to be a lot more, and I'll get to that. Now, Grayscale is owned by CoinDesk, parent company, a digital currency group. Ether, the native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum blockchain, hit an all-time high north of $2,500 on Thursday. And a lot of people are speculating, 10 grand before the end of the year, just because of that. Now, moving on to the big stuff, the big guns. Are you guys ready? I am not. This is from Reuters, and Bitcoin has tumbled after Turkey bans crypto payments, citing risks. That's what they say. That's what they're going with. Now, as far as it tumbling, I've seen so many people say, like, oh, it's crashing. It's crashing. It's like, oh, man, first it's going to be Turkey, then it's going to be India, then all these countries are going to ban it. Okay, first off, it had crashed down to like $60,000. It's still above $60,000. A week ago, it wasn't. A month ago, it was like $51,000. So the crash is still above where it was a month ago. So if you're a long-term hodler like myself, it crashing from 64.8 to 60,000 means nothing. Again, I bought $1,000 worth yesterday or the day before of Bitcoin and crypto just Bitcoin. I was like, and not just 1,000, but 1,000 more dollars. So I have 4/5 of Bitcoin now, just over 80%, and I hope it goes down to $40,000 again. That's why I can buy more at a cheaper discount. Dollar cost average in. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I hope it goes down so I can buy more at a cheaper price because I claim to know where it's going. If you have, again, it's the sixth largest. It is the sixth largest currency in the world right now, just past British Royal Pound, South Korean yuan. Like it's going to be the highest growth currency probably before the end of the decade. Now, reading this article, a Bitcoin tumbled more than 4% on Friday after Turkey's central bank banned the use of cryptocurrencies and crypto assets for purchases, citing possible irreparable damage and transaction risks. Now, in legislation published in the official Gazette, the central bank said the cryptocurrencies and other such digital assets based on distributed ledger technology could not be used, directly or indirectly, to pay for goods and services. The decision could stall Turkey's crypto market, which has gained momentum in recent months as investors join the global rally in Bitcoin, seeking to hedge against a lira depreciation and inflation that topped 16% last month. Okay, if Bitcoin is higher than your currency right now, if it's past that, don't keep. I would not keep that currency. I'm not keeping dollars. Every single dollar I get that is not going to bills is going right to Bitcoin. That's exactly what. If it's not going to Bitcoin, it's going into that Earth 2 game. I literally made like 100 videos on that on Earth 2. Check my page and just go down for why I'm so bullish on that. But yeah, Bitcoin is definitely the safest asset I think you can go into right now. Again, just my opinion. Bitcoin was down 4.6% at $60,333 at 11:17 Greenwich Mean Time after the ban, which was criticized by Turkey's main opposition party. Smaller coins, Ethereum, XRP, which tend to move in tandem with Bitcoin, fell between 6 and 12%, so a bit more, 50% to 300% more. Now, in a statement, the central bank said crypto assets were neither subject to any regulation and supervision mechanisms nor a central regulatory authority, among other security risks. End quote. Basically, that's just them saying, like, yeah, we can't control it. We don't like it. That is so big brother, like Alex Jones, New World Order, Illuminati. Oh yeah, like a lot of governments of the world, a lot of people, they're just so scared that they can't control it. And honestly, the only reason why the U.S. is, or one of the reasons why I think the U.S. is okay with Bitcoin being around is just because, okay, well, if they can tie it to financial institutions, they could tie it to, Citibank and J.P. Morgan and all these banks and Coinbase in general, then you say, like, okay, Coinbase is giving all our information to the government, like every single thing that we have, like, which again they have to. I wish they would be a little bit more, on the privacy side, on the privacy end, but that's a necessary evil to operate for them to get listed. And again, they're listed now, so everything that we do from Coinbase, buy from Coinbase, sell from Coinbase, whether it's Bitcoin, whatever, government knows it. Government knows exactly what it is. And if Coinbase would be like, no, we're not going to give you that information, I guarantee they wouldn't have been approved to be listed. Guarantee you there would be no, if the banks weren't into it, but the banks are into it. I don't know whether they're getting stuff from the government saying, like, yeah, you're going to offer all these to all your people. But it comes to the point right now where we don't even need banks. I mean, you have Square. Square gives literally account and routing numbers to people that can't afford money, that can't afford to go into a bank because you need to have a certain amount of money in the bank, and Square just takes place of that. The banking institutions are getting disrupted in a major way, so it's kind of adapt or die for them, and some of them, yeah, they're adapting. Some of them are the ones that are not going to allow crypto and Bitcoin or offer that, they will die. They will die the same way as some of these car companies are not going all in on electric. They're like, nah, we're still going to put up internal combustion engines. Okay, Tesla will eat your lunch. Same way with this. Bitcoin, Square, any up and coming financial institution like PayPal, PayPal, Square, Stripe, they will eat the bank's lunch because that's where everyone's going. Everyone right now from 0 to 50 is buying Bitcoin, where older people are not. Older people just haven't. They won't until their banks do it. They're not as financially savvy as much more of the rest of us that are under that age. Again, most of them. Now, continue with the article. Payment service providers will not be able to develop business models in a way that crypto assets are used directly or indirectly in the provision of payment services and electronic money issuance, and will not provide any services, as I said. Now, also, they said about risk. There's a bunch of people say like, oh yeah, but like my friend Paul that I used to work with, Boomer. He's like, yeah, criminals use Bitcoin. That's what they use. Like, okay, sure, criminals use dollars too. Criminals use every currency. And it was either one of the former heads of the CIA or FBI. It was one of them. So that yeah, like 1% of 1% of what Bitcoin is used for is used for criminal activity. So 1% of 1%. What was that, a thousandth of a percent? Yeah, that's so minuscule that it's not even funny. And the fact that these people, like, that's what they're clinging on to. Oh, they use it for criminal activity. You can use anything for criminal activity. I could pawn Dashi back there I won't do that, Dashi Empire. Sorry, I won't. But I could pawn Dashi back there to make some money and use that for criminal activity. Like, it doesn't matter. So moving on to the article. Their use in payments may cause non-recoverable losses for the parties to the transactions and include elements that may undermine the confidence in methods and instruments used currently in payments. Central bank added. This week, Royal Motors, which distributes Rolls-Royce and Lotus cars in Turkey, became the first businesses in the country to accept payments in cryptocurrency. Good for you guys. I don't know if they're going to be like Tesla and keep it on their balance sheet, or if they're going to be like AXA, the insurance company, and they're just going to convert into fiat. That's going to be really stupid. I don't know why he would do that. But anyway, cryptocurrencies remain little used for commerce, even as they become increasingly mainstream global assets, although companies like Tesla and travel site Expedia Group, did not know that, do accept such payments. Excuse me. Tough regulatory clampdowns on cryptocurrencies by major economies have been relatively rare, with most seeking to clarify rules rather than prevent usage. Traders say that such bans are hard to enforce, and crypto markets have in the past shrugged off such moves, which they will continue to. You're going to have a bunch of these people. It's only going to get easier to use Bitcoin, to use crypto. Only going to get easier. Again, Cash App, you can send it. I think for free. To buy it and sell it, they charge a little fee, but to send it from one person to another, pretty sure that's free. And again, Square owns Cash App, so they're very, very disruptive. Should have never sold that stock. Now, Turkey's main opposition leader, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, described the decision as another case of midnight bullying, referring to President Tayyip Erdogan's decision last month announced in a midnight decree to fire the central bank governor. It's like they have to commit foolishness at night, he said on Twitter. The legislation goes into effect April 30th. Interesting. So people have a couple weeks in Turkey. And Turkey is not the most stable place in the world. I remember when I was in Kuwait in 2016, I had friends at Incirlik Air Base that I could not talk to for at least 2 days because there was an attempted coup d'etat in Turkey at that time. Everyone in the U.S. military was just like, "Oh, all right, we're just gonna shut down operations. We're just gonna stay in our little on our little base. We're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna no planes in or out." Yeah, Turkey's not that stable of a place, just all things considered. And outside of that, again, if Bitcoin, which does not answer anyone, no, these governments that are printing trillions of dollars every year, devaluing the currency that they give their citizens, they don't have control over it. Nobody can print or make more Bitcoin. That's the beauty of it, and that's why I 100% think it is going to go well past, $10 trillion. Is going to surpass gold. It will be, my opinion, the biggest asset, the biggest currency before 2030. Now, crypto trading volumes in Turkey hit 218 billion lira, which is 27 billion US dollars from early February 24th. From early February to 24 March, up from just over 7 billion lira in the same period a year earlier, according to the data from U.S. researchers' chain analysis analyzed by Reuters. Trading spiked in the days after Erdogan replaced the bank governor, sending the lira down as much as 15%. Last week, Turkish authorities demanded users information from crypto trading platforms. Any authority which starts regulating the market with a ban will end up frustrated, since this encourages fintech startups to move abroad. And that is absolutely 100% correct. In what would be one of the world's strictest policies, India will propose a ban on cryptocurrencies and fines on those trading or holding the assets China banned such trading in 2017, slamming the brakes on a freewheeling emerging crypto industry. Headlines like this at the point tend to send a bolt across the bows, basically firing across the nose, said Joseph Edwards, head of a research at crypto brokerage Enigma Securities in London, while noting that similar regulatory moves in Nigeria and India didn't even move the needle. I said that this is happening. The crypto move is happening, and this is just the beginning. We are barely into the first quarter. Like, I get it. Bitcoin has been around for 12 years now. Yeah, we're still in the first quarter. We're still in the first half. We have not yet begun to stonks. Again, just my opinion. Ahmed Farouk Kalsi, CEO of Turkish payment systems from Papara, said the ban on transferring money to cryptocurrency platforms via fintech systems was unexpected. He said, quote, "It's much easier to choose to ban than to make an effort to deal with this financial technology. This is a regulation that makes me concerned for my country," end quote. And that was it. So anyway, like I said, I'm all in. I can't wait. I hope this goes down more so that on Monday I could buy even more of this product. I love it so much. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow.